back to the Wildcat Podcast, Season 2, Episode 4. Not Sideways 8 like you just said. I'm Alex Weishauer. That's Brittany Thalmann. This is Mr. Thalmann. That's Mr. Clements.
Hello.
He's the ex-Ghost producer from last year.
Yeah, I came back from the crypt. It's spooky Halloween. Yeah. Oh, I mean, like, we've also had, like, a couple episodes where we didn't... Spooky.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. King, for the cameo there.
Yeah.
The newly married Mr. King, by the way. We got to get him on the podcast.
Do that every once in a while.
You need to get him on.
Yeah.
Yes.
But no, I've been on here for, like, the last couple of weeks. So
Because I haven't been here.
Sick and other reasons, too. So
Every time they've filmed the podcast, I've been gone every single time. I was on, like, what, the first and... Was I even on the second episode?
Is that on purpose?
So... It wasn't on purpose.
Second podcast was with Mrs. Malcolm Maureen here.
Yeah.
So,
I've
anyways,
been in all of them.
we have Mr. Thalmann here. Hooray!
Yep.
Rainbow.
Yeah. Oh no, he knows his way to do some
Editing.
editing. Yeah,
Effect.
you know, like putting horns on me.
Yeah.
Making a unicorn. Yeah.
I'm kind of scared of that one.
I know on the last one I was editing, I like got a picture of like demon horns because he was like, I can just imagine him now putting demon horns on me. So I was just like moving the picture around like every frame or something.
Can you put a Jason mask on his face since it's Halloween?
Yes.
Let's do that.
And just all of a sudden, I just have like a machete in my hand and just a Jason mask right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
We give him the idea, he's going to run with it. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden, Mr. Weedle's just going to be like, why do we have Jason from Friday the 13th movies on?
Or
Yeah.
Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
Or Halloween?
It is October after all.
Yeah. It is now.
No, the movie
October.
Halloween.
Oh.
I actually have that movie.
There's a movie named
That was
Halloween.
Michael Myers,
Michael
wasn't
Myers,
it?
yeah.
it? Yeah.
I have that.
No.
Coincidentally, we had a Michael Myers in school here a couple years
Yeah.
ago.
Really?
Yeah.
He graduated 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There are only two ways that he can go, and one of them would be Shrek.
Yeah.
I don't understand any of these references. They were. I don't.
Tell me you've seen Shrek.
Oh my goodness.
Big green ogre.
Oh yeah.
That's it. Podcast over. See you next year.
I haven't seen Shrek since like I was like little. I don't watch that many movies.
What are you doing on your Chromebook all day then?
Watching YouTube.
Do not watch the podcast while in class.
Please
Gonna
do.
cut that part out. I'm just gonna cut out the
Both
part.
like and
Don't
subscribe.
Yeah.
watch the podcast during
So we have
endorsed.
Endorsed.
Yes.
So we have Mr. Thalmann here. He's the co-football coach, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Co-coach or coach co?
Yes.
Okay. Co-head coach of the Haven High Wildcat football team. What's the record so far right now?
Right now we're 2-2.
2-2.
Yep. We've one lost. So
But you know
that is good for this week then.
you are undefeated though
Undefeated at home.
at home. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I
Now
wonder if we could talk everybody into playing here.
that
It's like, hey, come here.
Yeah.
it's like Lions. We are never playing over at your stadium ever again.
Yep.
You play at our new one from here on out.
Hillsborough too.
Yeah, we can invite Hillsborough more often.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that game was well in our favor. So yeah.
Yep.
The interesting football game I've seen was Hutchinson against Butler last Saturday.
With all the fights at the end.
My sister's boyfriend played. So I'm just like, oh no, he better not be involved. Because my sister would get upset. But he wasn't, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't good for the Hutch fans because they started yelling at the players, Butler players. But it's fun, we won, so yeah.
I know this year that there's 2 head coaches.
There are. Yep. So co-head coaches, me and Coach Cooprider.
Because wasn't last year y'all couldn't really like find a suitable actual head coach, so y'all decided to take on the roles.
We were able to sit in on the interviews and I guess decided that we wanted it to go in the direction that we wanted to take it, I think, and I don't know, we both have the same kind of personality and have the same vision and same goals, and it's gone really well so far. It's not something you see very often, I don't think, where you have co-head coaches. The referees, when they come, usually look at us kind of funny. And they say, who's the head coach? And we say, we are.
Who's the third coach?
Coach Dick is on varsity, and so is Coach Schneider and Coach Thompson. So.
Okay, because I always see 3 coaches.
Uh-huh. Yep.
I didn't even know football had that many coaches.
Yeah.
I knew it was you and Coop Ryder, and that's the only ones I knew.
Yeah, we're usually the ones yelling.
Yeah.
I saw that in the JV game. Just pulling the ref to the side. I don't know what you were talking about. We were only speculating up in the booth.
I told him I liked the stripes.
How was the JV game? I don't go to the JV.
26-6, I think.
I go to the first.
The Andale game was 26-6.
I go to the Friday games. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, JV's not undefeated at home anymore.
No, but yeah, you got to stop by and see those guys play. So those guys are guys that most of them don't play on Friday nights. Some of them play a little bit on Friday nights, but
proving their worth though.
Yep.
Try to get there.
Getting those guys
nights.
their reps on Monday nights, and they deserve games too.
Mm-hmm.
We got to pick one up. Hillsboro wasn't able to have a JV team because of their numbers, and so we picked one up at Halstead. But it's no fun to practice all year and just stand on the sideline on Friday nights when you're a freshman, and so we try and pick up games for those guys. Yeah, even with Friday Night Lights, it's no fun to stand on the sideline and not get to play any. So that's what our Monday nights are for.
I watch that movie almost every week.
Dean, can you please go to the music room? Dean, go to Mr. King's room.
Well, Dean,
You cut that out too?
What is Friday Night Lights?
It's a movie.
Oh.
And a TV series.
And their
Yeah.
lights are on Friday night.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a football movie.
That's all they ever show is just the
It's
lights.
the movie. It's a football movie.
A 90-minute movie just about the camera just showing into the lights.
More or less. Yes,
Slowly
White
panning
Shark.
forward. Walk
Is there
into
really
the
a school
light.
called Carter Dallas or Dallas Carter?
Mm-hmm.
I always wondered that. I asked
Dallas
my
Permian.
bunch of questions about that
Carter?
movie.
Yep. Yeah.
It stared me Galen just
So-
popped it in.
All right. So for those who haven't been paying attention to the football games, shame on you for not watching the homecoming game.
Jocelyn Miller to the office, please. Jocelyn, to the office.
Shame on you for continuously interrupting our
That's right.
podcast.
Jocelyn, get to the office.
So you guys have played at home twice, played away twice. You played against Andale last weekend,
Right.
And you lost. We won't mention the score because I don't know it.
Yeah. It was a rough one.
Yeah, but you played against Hillsboro for
Yep.
homecoming, and you
Mhm.
won
Yep.
on that one. Watch the
What
video.
was the score? That 34 something, wasn't it?
It was like 34-20.
30
It was a 2-score game on
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
34-20, I think, is what
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
Yeah. There's
Then the week before that, Smoky Valley, we lost at Smoky Valley 8-0. They scored with a minute and a half left
Mhm.
for their 8 points, so it was a shutout for the majority of the game. But Smoky Valley's usually pretty dang good, and we felt pretty good, in a loss, felt pretty good about our effort and
yeah.
where we were at that time of the year. And, if we'd play them again now, hopefully we'd be a little bit better. I'm sure they're better now than what they were, but we're making pretty good strides, I think. We've had a real good week of practice this week. So
And so who do you guys play against this week?
we have Clearwater this week at Clearwater.
Clearwater. Okay. Any preview that you'd like to give us for the Clearwater game on Friday?
Yeah.
It's their homecoming. And
So we're going to ruin their homecoming.
So
okay.
that's the goal. That's the goal.
Let's do it.
All right, we've, they're usually pretty physical,
Mhm.
and that's something that we've been working on this year is being physical and playing hard. And we've done a good job of that in our first 4 games. Even in the games we've lost, we've played a lot harder, I think, than we have in the past. And that's nothing that we've done as coaches. That's the players that have been doing that. So got, pretty good leadership of those upperclassmen, and they're holding each other accountable. And playing hard is the expectation this year, and hopefully that's something that continues on with those guys. So.
Yeah. I mean, football field in the classroom, you have to be able to play hard. You have to be able to work hard to get to the field, and you have to be able to work hard to be able to play on those Friday nights.
And that started in the summer. A lot of those guys were, 75% guys that were here in the summer. Some of them weren't, but people have other obligations in the summer. Some people make sacrifices, some people don't, and that's okay. We'll take them all. We've only got 31 out this year, which is down a little bit, but I think that we're having enough fun, and there's enough of a buzz around the football team that I think there's some guys, hopefully, that we can pick up for next year and come out and kind of ride this wave, hopefully, of success and keep it going.
Yeah.
Next year we're going to be 2A, which is exciting. So we'll play schools that are closer to our size. Andale is, it's a different culture over there. They're good every year. They get people that have come out. They have 85 or whatever staying over on the other sideline. We've got 30.
Ella Ensminger and Maverick Lane, please go to Mrs. Barter's room to finish your math test. Ella Ensminger and Maverick Lane, please go to Mrs. Barter's room.
So, next year we'll be playing teams that, have 30 standing on their sideline like we do, maybe a few more, maybe a few less, but Monday nights I think will be a big deal too. We'll be playing teams that have, 20 people on their JV like we do instead of, 40 or something like that,
Yeah.
So, that's starting to be competitive at our lower levels, playing teams that are equal in size to us.
But we'll still be playing against the other CKO teams too.
Some, yeah. With the way that the districts work out, we have our meeting on next Wednesday, I think, that we'll find our schedule for next week. So part of that is determined by Keisha. Part of it is then determined by our athletic directors in our league. So we'll find that out and see where we go from there. And I think that any schedule we get next year will be a more favorable schedule for us this year. And you got to start somewhere, and so.
Oh yeah. Sometimes pressing that reset button is the best thing.
Yeah.
Is the best thing ever. So.
And that's kind of what we've hit this year. But we were able to start in a pretty good spot. Coach Hill did a good job of organizing people and getting people where they needed to be, and building a foundation for a lot of these guys. And we were able just to kind of start where he left off and run from there. So.
Do you guys have any questions or anything?
How's your other classes going? Because besides just doing football, you also teach the sciences.
I do teach sciences. I teach physical science. This year I have all of the freshmen, which is great. Freshmen are wonderful, right?
Is that a hint of a wink wink in there? Nudge nudge?
We
love you freshmen.
That's right. Yeah, I'll tell you, the freshmen at the beginning of the year are a lot more trying because you have to teach them your expectations in your classroom. And the thing about the freshmen, they've still got that innocence to them, of a child where they like you no matter what you do, the stupid dad jokes and that kind of stuff. So I enjoy the freshmen a lot, and it's fun to have those guys. By the end of the year, the freshmen are better than the seniors because they kind of turn into turds, with their senioritis and that kind of stuff. So yeah, you heard me, Warshire. You've had senioritis for 3 years.
You're right.
You're
You're not wrong with that one.
I always fell asleep in his class 5th hour last year.
Yeah, that's where the air horn came from.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You would point the laser at him, nothing.
Yeah.
You throw the ball at him, nothing. Air horn, wakes up.
Yep.
And I mean,
it's hard to sleep near an air horn.
It is.
Yeah.
Even you can't sleep through my air horn.
I knew an SM teacher, science, math, and technology teacher in Emporia. Anytime that he'd see his student fall asleep, he'd grab like a little piece of metal and his hammer and whack right next to the student.
Yeah.
The only class I fall asleep in is Ashworth's. So sorry, Ashworth.
Thalmann
Well,
just,
shouldn't be sitting in on your couches anymore.
you're very creative about waking people up.
I try.
He is.
Wasn't it last year you threw like baseball or something? Not a baseball, but like a ball or something at sec that was sitting right there.
Probably.
Sean?
Yeah, tennis ball maybe.
Yeah, I still remember he breathed like really hard through his nose.
That was you.
No, that was him.
Sneezing?
No, that was him because we would
Remember
like.
him
I remember I
sneezing?
had to take out my earbud and all I could hear was. I
Remember-
swear that was sick.
Remember Sean sneezing? He just kept sneezing one after another.
Oof.
I remember Weishar sneezing. That woke me up.
I've been told that.
Disclaimer: teachers do not fall asleep in class.
Yeah, right?
I
Or
sat
at
in
least
the-
we creatively fall asleep in
I
class.
sat in the back of the class by Dusty Smith behind all of them, and I stayed awake the whole time.
It was like a tennis ball in the dome.
I usually have my bag in front of me, and I just laid my hands on my bag. And just laid
Oh
my
man,
hands
you're
on
So
giving me like
football,
some new
football and
ideas.
sleeping in class.
Football and sleeping in class. That's going to be our theme for today.
That's right.
I do have a question
Well-
about football, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, quickly,
Would you-
because we are running low on
Would you
time.
ever let a girl play on the football team, like the middle school does?
Yeah.
Just
Yep.
for some girls, if they are new to the school and want to play football.
Yeah.
See,
yeah,
now
of course.
Brittany knows that. She kind of wishes that she was a
That's right.
junior so that way she can play football next
Right,
year.
yeah. We might be able to find another year of eligibility for you.
Shayna McHenry, she used to be out here. She wanted to play football, but they said they wouldn't let her.
Well,
There you go, everyone.
on that note, I know.
It's all inclusive.
That's
I had
right.
to ask that one.
That's not a bad question to ask. So I mean,
know.
it's,
That's why I asked
we should
it.
always be inclusive. Well, yes, we should always be inclusive, and all that. So yeah, we're running low on time. Mrs. Weedle, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. This is the reason why I was late to the quiet room today.
Miss Galen, I'm sorry. This is the reason why I was late to your PLT.
That does
Do you
not
know
work,
what's
next door.
Weishar.
I'm not sent to any of your PLTs.
All right. So you guys can catch Mr. Thalmann out in the football field and over in his classroom,
Or in the hallway.
Scary Tallman.
and also on our live streams. Hopefully we can get that going. So
Yep.
so that way we'll have it ready for the next game against the Cheney Cardinals here in town.
That's right.
Um,
My alma mater.
we're gonna beat your alma mater.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think that's so.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's a wrap. We'd like to, we thank you guys. Mr. Thalmann, you're always welcome to come back onto the podcast.
I'll do it. I'll
So-
do it. Yep.
All righty. With that, do you have any last words that you want to say to the people out in YouTube land?
Well, I just thank you for the support that you guys have given us. We've had a lot of fun. The football players are having a good time, and it's fun to be around the excitement that has been, generated around the football program this year. New stadium, new jerseys, new entrants. So a lot of that stuff is new, and I think you're kind of seeing it on the football field this year. So
If I wasn't recording the games, I would be screaming for the football players.
She screams internally.
okay.
Yeah, I can't scream because I'm right beside the camera.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm out.
Bye.
You're right next to it, so just start saying stuff.
Speak.
Speak.